What's up, everybody? Real talk, man. Talking about the new generation today. What's up with this new generation, man? This new generation of young kids and young adults and shit, man. Shit is out of control. Like, I don't get that shit. I don't get why it's just so out of control like that, man. Like, look, I seen some real crazy shit the other day, right? I remember my cousin telling me that he saw these little elementary school students, right? Because there's an elementary school right up the fucking street from my house. Now there's these outside classes called temporary classes. I don't know why the fuck they call them temporary, but the fucking kids, he said the fucking kids was out there smoking a damn joint, man. He said they was smoking marijuana, and I'm like, what the fuck? You mean tell me these little kids are smoking? I said, so how young they look? He said, man, they look like they ain't nothing but 5 years old. I said, you got to be fucking kidding me. What the fuck? Hey, look, parents, you really need to watch your children. You understand what I'm saying? Because if your child is like 5 years old, know how to roll up a blunt, young, and smoke that shit, something is fucking wrong with that picture, man. The fuck? So I thought it was bullshit, right? So I remember one day, I happened to take a walk up there, and I seen the same shit. And I said, yo, I thought my cousin was bullshitting. This nigga actually was telling me the truth. He said these little younglings, these little nigglets was up there fucking smoke, and they was smoking like the fucking blunt was like this goddamn long. And I'm looking at them, and they looking at me like, huh? Like they not doing nothing fucking wrong. What? And they cussing like shit. I'm like, oh my god. Couldn't have been my kids. My kids, I'll fucking beat the shit out of my damn kid. I go to my kid body. What the fuck? Man, parents, you really need to fucking watch your children, because your children probably doing all types of shit. Man, their balls ain't even dropped yet, and they probably sitting around there busting nuts in their teachers and shit. Or probably fucking busting a nut in fucking 5-year-olds. Shit, they can't bust no nut, because shit, every time they bust one, ain't shit gonna come out. Anyway, moving on. And then now you got now, as far as the teenagers and adults and shit, man, you got these little motherfuckers like, they get into a fight and shit, and they gotta come back with a fucking gun and shoot you. What type of shit is that, man? Look, I remember I used to hear stories, like a lot of people say, like, you know, some of the older guys that like in their 50s and their 60s and shit like that, they talking about, man, back in the day, there wasn't none of that shit. Back in the day, when you had a problem with somebody, you dealt with them with your fists, man. And you know what? I like that. And you know, that's how I deal with somebody. Nowadays, you gotta worry about fighting somebody and whooping their ass, and then them coming back with a gun or some shit, man. Shit is fucking dangerous. They got fucking police in the schools now. Seriously? And now, when a fight used to just be a fight in school, and you just fight and get like 4 days suspension off that shit, you get into a fight now, they suspend your ass for like 2 weeks, and then on top of that, you get arrested and get assault charges off that shit. Are you serious? It's not really that serious. It's not really that serious, but see, shit now, you got, like I said, you got to worry about somebody coming out and fucking shooting your ass with a gun, man, once you lose them. Once you lose them. Once they lose and shit. What the fuck, man? You mean to tell me you can't just take a decent ass whooping, come back and shake his hand and say, hey, man, that was a good fight, man. You whooped my ass, I give that to you. So let's just squash the beef, right? But I'm not gonna lie, not everybody's like that. You know, everybody, you know, sometimes there's all respectable fighters out there. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not a respectable fighter. I'll tell you that right now. Simply because of this new generation and how shit is. I don't know what that person has on him. He could probably have a gun tucked so far down his ass that once I beat him and turn my back, he gonna pull out and shoot you. So this is what the fuck I'm gonna do. As I fight you, any type of object I find around me, I will hit you with it. I'll even kick you in the fucking nuts. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Like, hey, shit. Like, how my father used to tell me, he said, hey, look, you do what you got to do to win. He said, especially now in times like this, he said, you do what you got to do to win. And you know what? Ever since he told me that shit, ever since he told me that when I was like, yay high, man, every time, first chance I get, I will do whatever the fuck. Slam your head on a wall, slam your face down into the ground, take your head, bang the shit. Hey, you know, especially the way my mind thinks, man, the way I think, and how like mentally unstable I am sometimes when it comes to that shit, man. I think about doing all types of shit to you when we fight. But anyway, fuck that. I'm just saying now, when it comes to parents, man, this generation doesn't have to be this way. Parents, if you take responsibility and raise your child the right fucking way and stop bullshitting, we wouldn't have this problem, in my opinion. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's all the parents' fault, because sometimes parents do raise their children right, but sometimes the child just go, and what he sees on the street, and when he goes to school and shit, he starts to adapt that, and he starts to like that shit better. So he's going to say, fuck what my parents say, I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do, right? My child do that, I'm going to fuck him up. Literally. But hey, man, you know, just damn, this generation is just pure crazy, man. And then not only that, the fucking music too. What the fuck is this new style of rap, this new style of R&B shit, man? This shit is fucking stupid. All that shit, that shit is dumb. Man, I listen to old school, man. I listen to shit back in the 60s and 70s coming, like, that's the type of music I listen to, man, because that's real music. That's shit that's soothing. Not talking about, oh, I fuck these niggas up on the block and I fuck this bitch and all such shit like that. I say, what the fuck? This one, I don't know who the fuck it was, but I was listening to some dude rap, and he said literally fuck in every single fucking statement. You mean to tell me he couldn't cuss one time he just couldn't cuss without saying, he just couldn't rap without cussing. Every single statement. Now, I know I cuss like a sailor, but I don't cuss in every daggone statement. That's ridiculous, man. So parents, please, raise your children right, and for these young teenagers and adults, man, that's be like, these young teenagers that be in high school, man, I'm telling you, you need to ditch that high school mentality, because the real world is nothing like school, man. The real world is nothing like school. You think you're going to get away with the shit that you got away with in high school, man? You're wrong. And for those adults out there that still had a high school mentality, man, you need to grow the fuck up. Age, to me, age doesn't mean shit. It's all about your maturity level. Because I talked to this boy who was 13 years old, and he thought like a fucking adult. He thought like a real-time adult. And it blew my mind. Real smart, real intelligent young man. And that's the shit that I look for. That's the shit I respect him. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man. That's my intake on it. You know, this world is already fucked up enough as it is. So people, don't fuck this world up no goddamn more. Shit. At the end of the day, though, it's not affecting me, so I don't give a fuck what you do.